Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us on KETK Plus with our hourly update on the winter weather storm that is affecting East Texas. As we look over Tyler right now, you can see the sleet collecting on some of the rooftops and perhaps some of the grassy areas there. Right now, the temperature is at 30 degrees, been hovering there for the last few hours. East-northeast winds at 8, and the wind chill makes it feel like it is 22 degrees outside. Outside the studio, we're still wet on the loop, but traffic is still moving by. Make sure that if you have to get out, you take it easy, go slow. And we're not seeing any patches of ice right now outside the studio, but you could run into some wherever you might be in the East Texas area, especially on those bridges and overpasses. 30 degrees, east-northeast winds at 8. And today's rainfall so far, we're still holding at about 4/10 of an inch, which is what we were at a half an hour or an hour ago. And in Longview, you can see the sleet collecting on some of the rooftops and the ground out in that area. As for temperatures, still below freezing, 28 degrees, northeast winds at 11, and that wind chill makes it feel like it's 18 degrees outside. Rainfall total so far in Longview is 39/100ths of an inch. As we take a look now at the ice storm warning, you can see that does cover the northern, well, let's say 3/4 of the area. It goes up across I-20 and then down through deep East Texas. We expect to see ice accumulation 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch. Some places, especially northern Louisiana and on up into Arkansas, could see as much as an inch, it appears. That's where the worst of it appears it's going to be. But we are collecting ice across a large part of East Texas, even getting reports on some power outages, which we'll give you in upcoming reports. But right now, we continue with that winter storm warning across the area. Temperatures right now, we're seeing freezing over most of the area. Lufkin showing 35, Crockett 36, Hemp Hill and Nacogdoches just above freezing, Palisades at 34 at this point, Henderson 33. We're seeing the temperatures dropping down below freezing, especially along and north of Interstate 20 at this hour. Road temperatures, they are cold enough to support some formation of ice, so we're seeing temperatures in the 20s, the mid-20s down across I-20 to the north. They're falling down into the lower 20s, moving up toward I-30, and still right around freezing in Nacogdoches, Lufkin, Hemp Hill, Crockett, just a little bit above freezing on those road temperatures. Wind chill, when you add in the wind, and you have to do that because that affects how you feel when you're outside in this stuff if you have to get out. It's near the air temperature there in deep East Texas. To the north, a little bit colder as the wind is chilling things down to as low as 18 in Longview, 22 in Tyler, and 25 around Sulphur Springs, Mount Pleasant, Athens 26. Forecast high temperatures today, and we've reached this in a number of places. Lufkin expecting 37, Nacogdoches 35, Hemp Hill 38, Center 34. Everybody else below the freezing mark or at the freezing mark for the forecast highs today. So not going to get much warmer than what it is right now. The forecast lows for Sunday morning expected to be in the upper teens across the interstates to the north, in the lower 20s down into deep East Texas, but certainly everybody's going to be below freezing Sunday morning. And with the moisture that we pick up overnight, we're going to be continuing to accumulate ice in the area. Sunday afternoon, our forecast high temperatures will be in the mid to upper 20s in most locations. Lufkin maybe 32 and Hemp Hill 35 degrees coming up for Sunday afternoon, but everybody's going to stay cold across the area. Normal high temperature this time of the year is about 58, just to give you an idea of this cold air mass. Normal high temperature 58, 28 we're expecting generally today, 26 on Sunday and 28 again Monday. Finally getting above freezing on Tuesday, and then up into the 40s for Wednesday and Thursday, with another cool down coming Friday, maybe even some snow showers showing up then, but nothing like what we have right now is expected. Normal low 38 degrees this time of the year. We expect to see 20 in the morning, 10 degrees on Monday morning, 5 degrees Tuesday, into the teens again Wednesday, and into the 20s Thursday and Friday, finally getting above freezing on the low temperature they're expected on Saturday. Live Viper radar shows right now that we do have liquid rain still falling southern portions of the area. Got a winter mix in the northern sections there. There's a lot of that moving over into Louisiana, but spotty activity over the northern portions of our area, and where you see the blue is where we're getting most of the snow, and that's up closer to the Red River and back out toward the northwest. The rain that is liquid still falling down around the lakes area of deep East Texas, Sam Rayburn and Toledo Bend. We've still got that winter mix from Nacogdoches over to center into Louisiana and points northward from there. Spotty activity still moving in from the west, and we'll continue to see that moisture moving in over this cold air mass. We expect to see an increase in some of that moisture later on tonight. Northern sections of the area, we've got spotty activity around Edgewood and Canton there in the west. Another round of that moving into the Tyler vicinity at this point, while this big mass of winter mix moving eastward into Louisiana right now. So at least the biggest part of that moving out of the area temporarily. Tyler, Longview vicinity right now. Tyler getting the mix. Longview getting a break right now, but we expect to get more as more of those spotty winter mix areas move into your area. We have liquid rain down around Lufkin and over across Sam Rayburn and Toledo Bend, with that winter mix affecting the upper end of Toledo Bend. Futurecast shows that as we go through the afternoon, we'll continue to see the winter mix maybe picking up a little as we tap into more moisture coming up from the south, and also a lot of this is Pacific moisture that's overrunning those cold temperatures at the bottom, that cold air mass. Sunday at midnight later on tonight, we'll see anywhere from upper 20s to upper teens to mid 20s expected in the southern part of the area. And through the morning hours on Sunday, most of that winter mix will be moving on to the east, so by the time we get to sunrise, we're just about done with that part of it. But we will see some snow showers perhaps moving across the area, those areas indicated with the little gray color that you see there. Sunday at lunchtime, we should have most of that taking over from the winter mix. Temperatures still cold enough for that to stay on the ground. And Sunday afternoon, we'll continue to see those temperatures from the upper teens around Sulphur Springs and Terrell to the lower 20s as you move down through deep East Texas and down into the lakes area there at Hemphill at about 25 degrees at that point. Monday morning at midnight, we're in the teens. We'll go lower than that during the overnight hours as skies clear out and we lose more of whatever heat we've got under those clouds. So single digits we're expecting by the time you get up on Monday before sunrise. We will be warming up by noontime to the mid-20s, but still below freezing, and we'll stay there through the afternoon. 6 o'clock Monday afternoon, we're in the teens. And Monday night, we're expecting to see temperatures dropping back into those single digits over a large part of the area. This is Tuesday morning at midnight. Just about everybody around 8 or 9 degrees, some as low as 7, some as high as 10. And 3 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday, again, those temperatures will remain very cold across the area. Later on, though, they are going to be warming up later in the week and begin to see this activity finally melt across East Texas. Today, we're expecting a high around 28, and as I keep telling you, we've already reached that in a number of places. Wind chill at 9 degrees. Northeast winds 10 to 15 with a gust up to 25 from time to time. Tonight, expect a low near 20, freezing rain and sleet, then sleet after midnight. Wind chill near 11, north winds at 10 with gusts up to 20 miles per hour. Tomorrow, 26 your high, freezing rain and sleet, and some snow showers as we finish out the morning. 50% is the chance of precipitation. Northwest winds 10 to 15, gusting up to 25 miles per hour. Here's a look at your next 7 days. Freezing rain and sleet continues today and tonight, and a 60% chance of freezing rain and sleet in the morning, changing over to snow showers as we approach the noon hour. Wind chill Monday will be -2 with that 10-degree low temperature, 5 degrees on Monday morning and 37 in the afternoon. So hopefully we get at least an hour or so of temperatures above freezing, but I wouldn't count on it melting a whole lot if we do get up that high. Expecting temperatures to get into the 40s there Wednesday and Thursday afternoon, so that should help to begin the melt, and 35 degrees expected on Friday. There will be a chance of some more rain and possibly some snow showers then. As for deep East Texas, this mix will continue through much of the day. Freezing rain and sleet falling, 37 the expected high, and you've probably reached that by now. 21 to 32 your temperatures on Sunday. Freezing rain and sleet will be ending sometime about midday into the early part of the afternoon. You'll have a wind chill around 0 on Monday, 12 degrees your low temperature, 6 degrees Tuesday morning, 42 the high, 20 degrees Wednesday morning, and then we warm up with a possibility of some rain showers in deep East Texas on Friday of next week. Well, thank you for joining us at this hour. We'll be back coming up at the noon hour for our next update.